The biggest brands in hi-fi spend millions convincing you expensive audio sounds better. There's just one problem. When independent labs actually measure the equipment, some of the best performing gear isn't coming from the companies with the biggest names. It's coming from brands most buyers have never even heard of. Today, we're looking at 5 hi-fi brands almost nobody talks about, but audiophiles keep buying because the measurements, the performance, and the value are almost impossible to ignore. Number 5 is Fosi Audio. To the average consumer, Fosi looks like just another random brand on Amazon, with no history or heritage. It's a young company, without the decades-long reputation the big names rely on. But among measurement-focused enthusiasts, Fosi has built a remarkably strong reputation. It quickly earned attention by delivering clean, transparent amplification at prices most people could actually afford. A perfect example is the Fosi Audio BT20A Pro, which retails for about $99. It's built around a high-performance Texas Instruments chip, and Audio Science Review independently placed it in its very good performance tier, a major achievement for a $100 amplifier. You can physically pull the internal components out and replace them with any of these, NE5532 or Mindtoo's O2. Each one shifts the sound character of the amp, allowing you to fine-tune the sound, something usually reserved for far more expensive gear. The popular V3 only reaches its advertised maximum power if you buy the optional 48-volt power supply. The stock 32-volt adapter won't get you there. But by prioritizing real performance over marketing hype, Fosi has become one of the smartest entry points into high-quality audio. Number 4 is a brand that confuses a lot of people, because it doesn't look like it should be this good. SMSL. To most casual listeners, it looks like another unremarkable electronics brand. Even the name, Foshan Shuang Musan Lin Electronics, doesn't exactly scream premium audio. And that invisibility is the point. Founded in 2009, SMSL never leaned on magazine ads or influencer hype. While other brands built marketing stories, it focused on measurement-driven engineering. That shows up in the products. Take the SMSL SU6, priced around $170. It delivers a level of engineering efficiency most brands at this size don't even attempt, packing proper internal power design into a compact DAC that usually requires an external power brick. When Audio Science Review tested it, the result was simple, very respectable performance, with strong dynamic range. If you step down further, the SU1 brings a similar level of transparency for around $80, a price point where clean, accurate digital conversion used to be almost impossible a few years ago. But SMSL doesn't win because of one product. It wins because of consistency. The downside is choice overload. The lineup moves so fast that beginners often don't know where to start. Not because the products are bad, but because there are simply too many solid options. And that's the SMSL paradox. A brand with almost no noise, producing gear that consistently makes noise in the measurement charts. Most hi-fi content reads like a press release. This channel doesn't. Subscribe to Bearwire, where claims don't matter until they're tested. At number 3 is a brand that proves you don't need a massive factory or $1 million marketing budget to build world-class audio gear. Geshelli Labs. It's a 5-person family workshop in Melbourne, Florida. The company began in 2016, when founder Gino Geshelli decided to build his own DAC because he couldn't justify paying the prices everyone else was charging. Friends heard it. They wanted one. And what started as a personal project slowly turned into one of the audio world's best-kept secrets. Take the J2S DAC. Depending on the configuration, it typically costs anywhere from around $260 to over $700. But unlike most DACs, you're not just choosing the product, you're choosing how it's built. Want a different DAC chip? You can. Prefer a different set of op amps because you enjoy a slightly warmer presentation? That's an option too. Despite being just a 5-person company, Geshelli invested in the same audio precision measurement system, trusted by many of the industry's toughest reviewers. Every product is measured before it leaves the workshop. They're not asking you to trust marketing. They're asking you to trust the data. Across countless Hi-Fi discussions, owners repeatedly described Geshelli's sound as smoother, richer, and less fatiguing than some of the more clinical competitors, especially with vocals, jazz, and acoustic recordings. Number 2. Topping. Most hi-fi companies want you to trust their reputation. Topping wants you to trust the measurements. And that single decision turned a relatively unknown Chinese company into one of the biggest disruptors in modern hi-fi. Instead of spending heavily on marketing, Topping invested in engineering. Today, the company employs dozens of in-house engineers and tests its products using the same professional audio precision analyzers trusted by some of the toughest reviewers in the industry. A great place to start is the E30 Mark II DAC paired with the L30 Mark II amplifier. Together, they cost around $370. Yet they deliver the kind of clean, transparent performance that used to require spending well into 4 figures. Topping's flagship products regularly sit near the very top of independent measurement charts from Audio Science Review. Take the entry-level MX3 at $130. Independent measurements put it at 68 decibels SIN-AD, a real step down from the flagship's 123 to 125 decibel range. Topping publishes that gap clearly, instead of burying it. You get exactly what you pay for, measured and verified. The measurements are real, the engineering is consistent, and the price is honest. If you want a warmer or more colored sound, something else on this list will serve you better. But if you want to hear the recording exactly as it was mixed, this is where you start. Taking the number 1 spot, WiiM, the brand that reset what people expect from affordable streaming. At a glance, WiiM's products look like generic smart pucks. They only launched under their own name in 2021, so most assume they're a new startup chasing a trend. They're not. WiiM is the consumer brand of LinkPlay technology, founded in 2014 by engineers from Google, Broadcom, and Harman. The flagship WiiM Ultra measured 115 dB SIN-AD in independent testing by Audio Science Review, a result that places it in the same tier as dedicated DACs, costing significantly more. Where it falls short, the $99 WiiM Mini is real value, but its analog output tops out at 16-bit performance. Use its digital output into a separate DAC if sound quality is the priority. WiiM didn't build a cheap alternative. They built a better ecosystem for less money. If you want the biggest jump in usability and sound quality for the smallest spend, this is the brand to look at first. These 5 brands are cheaper than the names in big box stores because they've cut the heritage tax. That's the moment we're in right now. If you've picked up gear from any of these brands recently, which model, and what did you pay? Drop it in the comments.